We are at the stage of this build where we're getting the last of the lattice ridges in. That's the one that travels, it's 7 meters long, and it travels from here next to the stairwell. We're going to build quite a substantial wall. It's going to be out of 200 by 50, just like that ashlar there, which is also an external wall. And we've built all of our gables out of 200 by 50 as well. Now we could have probably come down a size to 150 by 50, so 6 by 2. But to be honest, then we've got all kinds of different stock. We've got 6 by 2, 8 by 2. So actually we can afford the space, make the walls a little bit thicker and a little bit stronger, and have the same timber. So any offcuts that we take from there, we can use somewhere else, etc., etc. And if you're buying in bulk, the more you buy of a particular product, guess what? You may make a saving as well. Albeit, you can't use the word saving and timber in the same sentence anymore, because if you're buying timber like me, well, you have, you know what it's all about. You know the fact that one day it could be £10 a metre and the next day it could be 15, and it's all about timing. Anyway, I do think the prices are going to stabilise and they're going to come down a little bit more, because that's what I'm hearing through the grapevine. I think it's really important to remember that. But if you're in the market for pricing work, guys, I always say this in my podcast, on my radio show, make sure that you ring around, you find the best material prices before you put your quote in, and then say, how long can I sort of book this price for, you know, and see if you can get that in writing from a supplier. They might say 28 days, who knows? They might say a week today, but anyway, that's the best thing, or the best advice I can give to you. And tell your clients that the material cost at this date is this much. If they give you the job in 6 months' time, it may be double. They'll have to bear the cost. Right, so that's it. We're going to get a small section of stud work here, straight off of this nice girder truss here. It's going to travel through and have a 3 stud leg directly underneath the end of the lattice ridge. From there, I'm actually going to sail a purlin across the top into the gable stud wall over there. What that's going to do is pick up the valley rafter as it passes across the top, because even though the valley rafter could probably do this span, it's much nicer if you break the span, and on our drawing, our engineer worked out that we need to pick it up at some point, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get on, we're going to build this bit of stud wall, then Ed and I are going to carefully get this lattice truss up on our own, and it's going to be amazing. Then we'll get the little bit of scarf joint of the ridge in there. This is Ed's first scarf joint, and then he'll join that in to this bit of ridge up here, and it's going to look pretty good.